Today, we're diving into the forbidden side of the NBA, stories of love, betrayal, and scandal, moments when players crossed the ultimate line, and everything fell apart. It all begins in December 2013. The Cleveland Cavaliers quietly announced that their center, Andrew Bynum, has been suspended indefinitely for conduct detrimental to the team. No details. No explanation.
Andrew Bynum.
Right.
He's right now, according to sources, he's on a trading block.
Right.
He's been suspended indefinitely.
Right. Yeah.
Just silence. But silence breeds speculation. Soon, whispers start echoing across the league that Bynum wasn't just missing practice or clashing with coaches. No, the rumors suggested something far more shocking. They said Bynum had slept with the wife of one of his assistant coaches, Jamal Mosley. The story spread like wildfire. Sports blogs, social media, tabloids, everyone wanted a piece of the scandal. How could a player betray the very people who guided him? How could he risk everything for something so reckless? But despite the chaos, no proof ever emerged. The Cavaliers denied the rumor. Mosley stayed silent. And Bynum's career never recovered. He faded out of the league, his once promising legacy buried beneath scandal and suspicion. Yet, Bynum's case was just the beginning. Because in the NBA, where fame meets temptation, boundaries blur easily, even among teammates. Enter Tony Parker. A superstar. A champion. A man once celebrated for his class, talent, and discipline. But behind the success, there was a secret that would shake the entire San Antonio Spurs organization to its core. Between 2004 and 2008, Parker was accused of having an affair with Andrew Barry, the wife of his own teammate, Brent Barry. Think about that for a moment. Two men who shared the same locker room. Two men who trusted each other completely on the court. Who celebrated championships together, side by side, only for one to betray the other in the most personal way possible. The affair wasn't fleeting. It wasn't a single mistake. Reports say it went on for years, mostly through secret messages, hidden communications, and emotional intimacy. When the truth finally surfaced, it didn't just destroy Tony Parker's marriage to actress Eva Longoria, it shattered two families. For Brent Barry, the betrayal was unimaginable. He was the embodiment of professionalism and loyalty, a player who perfectly represented the Spurs' culture of humility and teamwork. And now that trust was gone. The Spurs had always been the gold standard of class, led by coach Greg Popovich and the quiet leadership of Tim Duncan. But when Parker's secret came out, it cut through the heart of everything the organization stood for. The question was painful. How do you run plays built on trust when betrayal lives in the locker room? The incident forced the team to face something bigger than basketball, human weakness. And for Parker, his image as a disciplined star was forever tainted. But if Parker's betrayal was quiet and emotional, the next story turned loud, violent, and public. Derek Fisher and Matt Barnes, two men who once fought together for championships, would soon fight each other over something far more personal. After his divorce from Gloria Govan, Matt Barnes still shared children and memories with his ex-wife. But then came Derek Fisher, Barnes's former teammate, who began dating Govan shortly after the divorce. Technically, it wasn't adultery. They were both single. But in the unwritten code of the NBA, in that sacred bond between teammates, it was a violation deeper than words. When Barnes found out Fisher was at Govan's home, spending time with his children, everything inside him snapped. Fueled by anger, betrayal, and heartbreak, Barnes drove over 100 miles to confront Fisher face to face. What happened next became one of the most infamous altercations in NBA history. The two men clashed, physically. Not on a court. But in a home. Over respect, pride, and love. Police were called. Reports were filed. And within hours, the story spread across every sports headline in America. Two NBA veterans, fighting over a woman, over family, over loyalty. The league tried to stay silent, but the world couldn't look away. For fans, it was a mix of shock and fascination. These weren't just athletes anymore. They were men caught in the chaos of love and rage. And yet, what happened next surprised everyone. Despite the public humiliation, the legal battles, and the violent confrontation, Derek Fisher and Gloria Govan stayed together. Their relationship wasn't a scandalous fling, it was real. In 2021, the two got married. A story that began in anger ended in commitment, though it left behind scars that would never fully heal. These stories remind us that even behind the fame and fortune, NBA players are human. Flawed, emotional, and vulnerable to the same temptations that haunt everyone else. Andrew Bynum's mysterious fall from grace. Tony Parker's betrayal of brotherhood. Derek Fisher's fight that turned love into war. Each story different in detail, but identical in its lesson. In a world built on glory, even the smallest act of betrayal can destroy everything. The NBA thrives on trust, between teammates, coaches, and fans. But when that trust is broken, the damage lasts far longer than any suspension or fine. It lingers, in memories, in headlines, and in legacies that will never look the same again. At the end of the day, basketball isn't just about skill or strategy. It's about relationships, about loyalty, unity, and brotherhood. And sometimes, those very things become the hardest to protect. These are the stories that remind us. No matter how high you rise, temptation can still pull you down. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the darker side of the game, don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe to the iconic world for more powerful stories like this one. Because sometimes, the truth isn't found in the highlight reels, it's hidden in the drama behind the game.